In a small forgotten town where dreams came to die, a young boy named Ethan Ward dared to have one. His father worked his fingers to the bone at a metal factory. His mother stitched clothes day and night. Money was always tight, but hope was even scarcer. Ethan was different. He wasn't the smartest or the strongest, but he had a fire inside him, a burning desire to be more than his world told him he could be. One day in class, his teacher asked what everyone wanted to be. Doctor. Pilot. The kids shouted. Ethan quietly said, I want to build something that changes the world. The class erupted in laughter, but Ethan meant it. He grew up believing passion was all he needed. It wasn't. At 16, he poured his heart and soul into a science competition project. He skipped sleep, skipped meals, and poured every ounce of his being into it. On presentation day, his model overheated and exploded. Disqualified, as he walked off the stage, someone whispered, He'll never succeed. Those words became a thorn in his soul. He realized a cruel truth. Dreams make you vulnerable, but he didn't stop. After school, he aimed for a top engineering university. He studied for months, but life hit hard. 2 weeks before the exam, his father had a heart attack. Suddenly, dreams didn't matter. Survival did. Ethan took his father's place at the same factory. The heat, the noise, the exhaustion, it was a living nightmare. Every day he woke at AM and came home broken. He felt himself dying inside, but every night, after everyone was asleep, he'd open his old books and study, whispering to himself, one day, I'll get out of here. He applied to the university the next year. He failed. He applied again, failed again. A third time, failed again. People mocked him, 3 times a failure. Just accept reality. Even his worried mother begged him to stop hurting himself. But Ethan had learned a powerful lesson. Failure isn't a signal to quit. Failure is training. One evening, an old retired engineer, Mr. Harris, saw him reading a robotics book. He sat down and said, If you keep walking in the same direction long enough, life eventually runs out of excuses to stop you. Those words were like lightning. Mr. Harris invited Ethan to his small, dusty workshop. It was heaven. For the first time, someone believed in him. Together, they started building. Most of their prototypes failed, sparked, short circuited, or just refused to work. But failure had become normal to Ethan. Progress, no matter how slow, was addictive. After 6 months, he built a functional robotic arm from scrap parts. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Holding it, he cried. He felt his dream was finally within reach. He then faced a storm of rejection. He applied to 37 competitions and exhibitions. He was rejected by 34 and lost the 3 he got into. You're wasting your life, people said, but they didn't see what he saw. Every failure wasn't a wall. It was a step on a staircase he was building. Then the darkest night came. Mr. Harris passed away suddenly. Ethan was shattered. The one person who believed in him was gone. He stopped building, stopped dreaming, and fell into a deep depression. He thought it was the end. Weeks later, he found a letter in Mr. Harris's toolbox. It read, Ethan, you will fail 1,000 times, but the 1,001st time, you will change the world. Those words pulled him from the darkness. He returned to the workshop with a new fire. He combined all his lessons, all his failures, all his pain, and created a low-cost robotic arm controlled by hand gestures. It was simple, cheap, and could help thousands. He recorded a demo and uploaded it online, expecting a few views. He woke up to 2.4 million. The world finally saw the genius his town had ignored. A month later, Ethan stood on a global stage demonstrating his invention. The crowd erupted in a standing ovation. He won the International Humanitarian Innovation Award. His device went into mass production, changing lives worldwide. But on that stage, he didn't feel proud. He felt grateful, grateful for the failures, the rejections, the pain, and for the old man who believed in him. When he returned home, he placed the award on Mr. Harris's grave and whispered, I failed 1,000 times. But you taught me one success is enough to erase them all. Ethan's story teaches us that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the fuel for it. Every rejection is a lesson. Persistence, not talent, is the true key. He didn't win because he was the smartest. He won because he simply refused to quit. He stayed. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep chasing your dreams.